it. Rose got about 12, maybe 13. They're going to put it on a 31 and give him 12. We flexed him out in that position and trapped him in the middle, and he went all the way to the 31-yard line and got 12 and a first down. Steve Rose, the fullback.
And very nearly a bad play as Greg had some trouble getting the snap from center and somehow got the ball in there to Steve Rose for that first down run. Terry, pretty good run from scrimmage.
12 yards on the pickup, Tommy. Lebanon with a first down on the Columbia 31-yard line.
As we look at Triplett's jersey, you can see it's getting muddy because the field must be a little muddy down there. Ball on the 31. First and 10. Send a man in motion. Sellers take the ball inside trap. Sellers has got 2, maybe 3. It looked like he had a big hole and it closed down. He crossed the 30 and they'll spot it on a 28. We're going to give him 3, 2nd and 7. They run that inside slash trap and got to the 28. Lebanon driving on Columbia with 7:53 in the first quarter, no score.
A lot of shuffling in that backfield as Tony Cantrell comes in to play the fullback spot. Moss stays in at tailback, and Sellers leaves the football game.
Lebanon goes with a one-back offense. That's Cantrell. They got everybody else to the wide left, looking for a pass. Wide open. That's Reeder. Caught. Cuts it back in. Tries for the first down. Got close to the 25. He got inside the 25. Actually, it's close to a first down on about the 22 as we look way across this field and try to see the spot. I think it's about a foot short.
Bruce, it looks like we've got them outnumbered in the secondary. When we went to that trips look with 3 receivers on one side of the football field, Columbia didn't have anybody picking up the short zone, and Reeder just kind of filtered his way in there.
This time we get that power eye. We need a foot. We got it. Rose just powered his way across the 20 and got maybe to the 19 first down. Lebanon power eye, straight dive, hand off to our fullback. Rose, and Lebanon is driving. They're inside the 20. I think it's between 18 and 19, somewhere there. About that, we'll call it 19-yard line. As the clock ticks down, 7:16 to go here in the first quarter, and Lebanon is taking opening drive and carried it all the way to the 19 with a first down. Triplett comes up there, quarterback. Workman's the center. Split Reeder wide to the right. Mo Thompson's to the left. Cantrell's now fullback. Take the ball, sweep. Sellers cuts it in, runs over one man and knocked his way down to about the 16. He may have touched his knee on the 17. He had to run over a man on the 19 to get 2 yards. I think that's what he got to the 17. And we'll call it 2nd and 6.5 or 7.5.
Time-consuming drive as the clock working inside the 6:35 mark. Lebanon started this drive on their own 25.
Lebanon this time comes with a tight end to the right, split in to the left. Pro set, flanker to the right. Cantrell's a fullback. Tall, sweet Moss. Cuts it in. Little daylight, not much. Got across 15, barely to the 14.5. We're in a 3rd down situation. 3rd down, and we've got to go somewhere around the 9.
It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Need about 6. Moss is running that tall sweep a lot. Here comes Rose and Sellers in as Lebanon shifts their backs in and out. Moss will go out, Cantrell will go out. We better hurry on this. We're getting them in late. Got to get the play call and get to the line of scrimmage here. Lebanon breaks out of the huddle and comes to the line. Workman gets up over the ball. We need 6. We're 3rd down. Long, I knew it was coming, Tommy. Delay a game, and we was a little slow getting them out there, and we got a 5-yard penalty going to push us back. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 11 as we was a little late getting them in.
That may give us a couple of plays to get this first down and maybe
3rd down and 11.
Throw it on this play, and if we don't get the first down, go ahead and throw it again. Coach Medley has worked an awful lot during this preseason on the passing game. Moss comes in, Sellers goes out. Don't be surprised to see us put that ball in the air, even with the wet conditions tonight.
Triplett brings them out of the huddle, and they go with flanker to the left and the split end to the left. 1 setback, 3 receivers to the left. Back to pass, looking screen in the middle. There he is. Rose got hit, knocked down, and lost about 2 or 3. They were trying to screen Rose to the right, Columbia smelled it out real well and knocked us down back on about the 23 or 24-yard line. So a play we were trying to screen away from all the flankers and back to the weak side, and it didn't work. 4th down and long. We're going to bypass the field goal and go for it. It would be somewhere around a 40-something yard field goal anyway. Lebanon needs 4th down and about 15 or 16. 15. They got to go to the 9. They're on the 24. Back to pass. Triplet fakes the draw and flags fly everywhere. I think we were moving. Another penalty, Lebanon. That one will carry us back to the 29. I think somebody moved on this right side.
Illegal procedure against Lebanon. 5-yard penalty.
So Lebanon had taken the ball on a good drive, and now they're getting some penalties. It's hurting them. And it's 4th down and 20. They're all the way back now to the 29-yard line and got to go to the 9. Coach Mark Medley signals in the plays to Greg Triplett, the senior quarterback. Thompson comes wide to the right. Reeder goes wide to the left. Jove is lined up at a tight end on the left. I set. Back to pass. Fake the draw. Looking across the middle. Can't find anybody. Going to run it and not get much. Got to the 28 where he's knocked down. Nobody was open in the middle. Columbia will take over on downs on the 28 or 27. 1st and 10, Columbia Lions.
Tackle by Hammond for the Lions.
Terry, it started out in good shape, but the drive kind of just ground to a halt.
Tommy Lebanon all the way down to the 14. They sustained 2 5-yard penalties. They lose 5 yards on a pass. The drive stalls at the 28 while Columbia will take over 1st down.
Cooper's a quarterback for Columbia. Hale is an all-mid-stater this year. He'll take over for Ronnie Pilla. Good quarterback. Sends a wide out, wide to the right. That's Sewell. Split in to the left. I set. Long count. Cooper fumbled it. Who got it? I think he got it back. We were trying to jump on it as Cooper fumbled the opening snap of Columbia series, but he recovered it on fumble. Ryan Alls was there trying to get it. Somebody else, they recovered on the 28.
Here's that defensive front for Lebanon. We've got Moscadelli at a defensive end. Alds, the sophomore, to tackle. Tony Cantrell, he's a good one at the nose. Kevin Hasty, returning starter at the defensive tackle. And Troy Adams at a defensive end. The linebackers are Rose and Sellers.
I set, flanker right, pro set, split in left. Take the ball, run a sweep outside. Trying to get outside, they won't go anywhere. Tony Cantrell fumble, and it's covered by guess who? The white team, Blue Devils. Give it to the Blue Devils. Tommy, who got it?
Jade Sellers on that one. Looked like Tony Cantrell chasing the football down the line of scrimmage. The running back Dial fumbled as Cantrell made contact, and Jade Sellers with the recovery for the Blue Devils. So Lebanon back in business at the Columbia 29.
So Columbia had the ball 2 plays. They dropped the first snap, and then they fumbled the next one, and we recovered it. Jay Sellers recovered a fumble on the 29 as they was running it on a tall sweep. Lebanon 2 wideouts to the right, tight end to the left. I said, take the ball. Run it up the middle, no yardage. Columbia's shooting a lot of linebackers in there, and that one shot through there, knocked Moss down before he could get started. Lost a yard. Back to the 30. It's 2nd and 11.
Bruce, Columbia's doing a good job of getting penetration. They're coming with stunts across the line of scrimmage, and not so much trying to get penetration, just trying to get across the line and create a little havoc in that backfield. And on that play, we tried the Redskins play, little misdirection, and it didn't go.
Pro set. Split in right, flanker left. Sweep again. Moss cuts it in, cuts it back outside. Moss got 5. Moss has got 10. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. He's pulled out of bounds. 1st down. Charles Moss showed his speed on that one. Just a quick toss pitch. Moss went 15 yards, I think, to the 15 from the 30 and got 15 and a 1st down. Blue Devils knocking on Columbia's door again. All that was just a simple toss sweep.
Terry, Charles has had a couple of good carries already.
Already, Tommy, 6 carries tonight, 26 yards, 15 on that as Lebanon gets a 1st down on the Columbia 15-yard line.
1st down, Lebanon comes to the line. Workman the center, he's a senior. Triplett's a quarterback, he's the senior. Sellers a junior, Rose a senior at fullback. Take the ball, sweep Sellers. Sellers trying to get outside, cuts it back in, got 5. He gets inside the 10 fired his way close to the 7 as Jay Sellers found an opening on a toss sweep and got that football somewhere as we're trying to pick the markers. I think it's around the 7-yard line.
On the 9-yard
Tough to see the numbers. They say 9 from up in stairs. 9-yard line. Jay Sellers got about 6 out of it. And our right tackle's having trouble with his helmet, Tommy. He finally gets it on. We send Bill Garrett out here now as a flanker. He's got a limp. He's limping a little bit. I set. Triplett takes it. Sweep. Sellers outside. Cuts it back in. First down. He might have scored. He got close. They're going to put it on a 1-foot line. Jay Sellers seen goal line, and he tried to dive his way in there. First and goal to go. Jay Sellers on a toss sweep. We've run that play a lot tonight. That's our main play.
Here comes the power offense. 2 fullbacks, Rose and Cantrell in there. Sellers will be the tailback as Lebanon going to try to bullet across the line of scrimmage with that unbalanced line.
Power out left. 1 yard to go for the touchdown. Take it, Rose. Give him 6. Touchdown. Our line blew the whole left side of Columbia in the back of the end zone, and we score, and we lead 6-0. Rose with a touchdown. Lebanon has drove 29 yards and scored after a fumble. And Greg Triplett. I wanted to say Jonathan Presley, and Greg Triplett's going to kick the extra points this year. And Jonathan, if you're looking down, we're just hoping that Greg can kick them through for you.
Triplett will be the kicker, Reeder the holder, and the snapper will be Jody Atwood.
Triplett kick the extra point at
6-0. 48 seconds in the quarter. Triplett to attempt a point. Snapping, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. And the score, Lebanon 7, Columbia 0.
Andy Hobbs.
And I'm Carrie Womble.
We are here with Mr. Bill Beard to make a small presentation.
On behalf of the Blue Devil Booster Club, LHS cheerleaders, coaches, players, and fans, we'd like to say thank you for your support and also present to you a souvenir stadium cushion as a token of our appreciation.
29-yard drive after the fumble. Kick is short, and it will hit about the 20 and just sit there, and Columbia will pick it up and get a little yardage out of it. The ball was kicked short. It hit on about the 24, roll to the 21. They pick it up and run it back to the 30. 1st and 10